go square. Welcome to Castle Driscoll training. Arc Rovers and 6.
One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Season, and it is a huge one in the offing, the Jackie O'Driscoll Premier Division Cup final, and it is the cream of the crop of the CBL. These teams finished first and second in the league, and now they duke it off in a one-off battle to decide the last piece of silverware for the Cork Business League. 2025 Jackie O'Driscoll Cup final. It's Swift, and it's all right here live on Full Time Productions.
Do 1, 2, 3 on Jack's mic. Testing Jack's mic. 1, 2, 3. They're kicking off early, are they? Testing Jack's mic.
Use that one I gave you.
And we are underway here, and Jack, a huge game here in the offing.
Yeah, huge one, Alan. Lovely evening for it. Everyone eager to start, starting 6 minutes early. But so much is the excitement.
And so it is Arc Rovers with possession, playing from right to left in this first half. Swift, the Premier Division champions, playing from left to right in their luminous yellow jersey. Long ball forward there from Hurley, which is sent back out of danger. It was Cambridge. And O'Mahony can't bring it under control. And that ball going to skip out of play for a throw in on the near sides. So it will be an Arc Rovers throw in on the near side, sent up the line. Ball bobbling around, but Swift are the ones who were able to bring it under control. It was Terence McSweeney with the ball across. That ball running under the feet of Owen O'Sullivan. He's dispossessed. And now Arc Rovers look to come on the attack. There's Dylan Cruz O'Shea. And his through ball shepherded. Cruz O'Shea scored the third of 4 goals for Arc Rovers as they overcame Satellite Taxis in the semi-final 4-2. Going to be looking to fire Arc Rovers to their first piece of silverware. Swift, of course, the second division league and League Cup champions from last season. Skipped the first division, went straight up to the Premier Division and won it at the first time of asking.
Yeah, very impressive showing from Swift since they came into the Cork Business League. Alan looking to maybe fill the void left by Doolan's. But Arc will want to have a say about this cup final here today.
Well, Arc Rovers, the only team to defeat Swift in league action this season.
Yeah, it's been incredibly close between them all season, Alan. I think they played 3 games, 2 in the league and once in the Shield, and it stands at one win each and a draw. So it'll be interesting to see who makes the deciding victory today and goes home with the cup.
As we see Terence McSweeney there in a little bit of difficulty. Just testing out that ankle. Has the knee strapped up too, so it has been a long season for these players, and Jack, fitness and fatigue going to be issues as this game goes on.
Definitely, yeah. It's been a long season, an enjoyable season, but long, a lot of fixtures, a lot of hard battles fought. And you can see, I'm sure he's not the only player strapped up out there today.
That ball played out off Damien O'Mahony. And out for a throw into Arc Rovers on the near sides. It's kept in play, but possession turned over to Arc Rovers. Swift, though, able to defend resolutely and get the ball forwards. So we see John Corcoran there. He, the man who scored the 2 goals, which helped Swift overcome Cork Hospitals in the semi-final. It was a 2-2 draw. They went through in the shootout.
Yeah, safe to say John Corcoran's taken to the CBL like a duck to water, Alan. A very impressive couple of seasons from him.
So there's Kelleher, the captain, with the throw in to the edge of the area, but Swift unable to bring it under control, and now Arc Rovers come on the counter. A little back heel there from Raheem sets them in motion outside the area. That shot balloons over, but the first real sight of goal for either team's coming inside 5 minutes. And it was Arc Rovers number 7, Padraig Cotter. Scored from the spot against Satellite Taxis, but not able to add to his tally in the competition this year. Lovely sweeping counter-attack move that was from Arc Rovers.
Yeah, so impressive when they break like that, Arc Rovers. And he said the first sight of goal, maybe not helped by a little bobble on the grass pitch on a dry day. But an early warning signs for Swift for what they'll have to contend with during this game.
So Murphy goes long from the goal kick. Headed back into the Swift half. And it was Skillington, possibly a little bit casual with it. Can this be kept in play? It is. And Cotter unable to pick out a purple jersey. And Swift do manage to scramble it away. Ball over the top there from Morgan O'Connor.
Impressive sweeping there from Dean Cummins, and excellent goalkeeper kit on display there. Oh. Who the hell is Jason Purcell? There could be a walkout here, Alan. This is... Who have you been texting and commentating with behind my back?
Jack, you're the only co-commentator for me, I promise.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Different voices. I don't know. All right, all is forgiven. All is forgiven. Luckily, I have Dean Cummins' goalkeeper kit to look at. That is a nice setup. I like when the jersey blends in with the shorts.
It's very reminiscent. It's the it's one of the 90s jerseys.
It is
that one of the Adidas or the
Adidas
Umbro ones.
It's got a David James vibe to it anyway. So bonus points already going the way of Arc, as far as I'm concerned.
And Swift now looks to go on the attack once more. No way through there for Corcoran. Has stayed in play. Has not stayed in play.
Oh, he even pointed and everything, Alan. Should have got away with it.
So it will be the captain, Daniel Kelleher, to take the throw in. Flicked on by O'Mahony. I was looking for the run of William Corcoran, unable to pick him out, but out as far as Skillington, who sends it over the top. O'Sullivan unable to keep it in play. And out for the goal kick. Cummins goal kick sent long. Header straight up in the air by Cruz O'Shea. And Raheem not able to bring it under control. Swift now looking to go on the attack. And that pass ahead of the run of O'Mahony. Cruz O'Shea getting back to it. Moynihan's crossfield ball. Headed back to William Murphy in the Swift nets. Jack, a good open flowing contest so far.
Yeah, looking like two teams who know each other from league play as they do this season. And both teams capable of playing really good football.
So we see Raheem, Tyrese Raheem, taking on this defence. Lovely ball across there. Carroll unable to bring it under control. Hurley's crossfield pass. It's going to end up back out with Hurley, but the spin deceiving him. Just to win possession once more. Ball inside from Cruz O'Shea to Raheem. And a strike from a long way out. No real conviction behind it. Dribbles out over the end line and out for a goal kick.
Yeah, a lovely bit of interplay down the left-hand side from Arc, getting the ball back into its central position for shooting. And they've had the early sights at goal, but nothing on target yet to trouble William Murphy.
Goes short with the goal kick and rolls it out to Kelleher. Kelleher's dispossessed. That was Cambridge. Arc though still looking to come on the attack, but Cruz O'Shea can't bring it under control. Turns the ball out of play for a throw in.
No cruise control on that occasion. What do we make it? 10 minutes in? 10 minutes in? Not bad.
Looking to top gun his team to victory tonight.
Ah, very good. That's gone anyway. You had a good run, Alan.
Skillington left it behind him, but draws the foul, and that's going to be a free kick to Swift. Jack, the two teams tonight really been on very impressive trajectories since entering the CBL a couple of seasons ago. Swift going straight from the second division to the Premier Division. Arc Rovers back in 2023 joined the league and immediately promoted from the first division as it was then. Just really impressive teams we've got here today.
Yeah, they've joined the CBL and they've gone about things the right way, and they seem to have that staying power. I'm sure there's a lot of silverware in both these teams' futures. Oh,
that's a flattering challenge from Skillington, and he going to be the first name into Damien Rory's book tonight. Jack, no malice really, but a big collision nonetheless, and probably shows that the teams are up for this evening.
Yeah, I think they're familiar with each other from their battles this season. And I said, yeah, not the most malicious tackle, but maybe a case of letting your man know you're there.
One that Adam Carroll is going to take maybe a moment or two to walk off. We'll have another look at this. Ball up the line from Cotter. Eyes on the ball the whole time, but Skillington late to the party. Not too much arguments with that booking.
Yeah, party cancelled after that. And hopefully Adam Carroll's okay.
Jack, we're just coming up to 12.5 minutes into this game, and that's a long way to go on a yellow card, particularly for a left back.
Yeah, it's one of those, you wouldn't have wanted it now. And it'll be interesting to see if that affects any half-time substitutions or any tactical tweaks Swift were planning on.
There's Sullivan. And the tackle takes the ball out of play for a Swift throw-in. That was a monster hit. Swift come on the attack here now to the edge of the area. Lovely layoff and a strike, which is immediately blocked away. And now comes Cummins to claim it. Good defending there from O'Connell, getting his body in the way of that strike. Coming in from Corcoran. Skillington's header goes all the way back to William Murphy. And out to Kelleher. Kelleher with the long ball. Lifted over the top. It's looking for Corcoran. Can't pick out Corcoran. Arc's defence holding firm for the moment. Ball sent forward. Raheem the target, but headed away from danger. It's the two number 8s battle. And it is Harrington who sends the ball over the top. And play allowed to continue here. What looked like it could have been a free kick. Arc Rovers managed to work the ball across, and the ball turned behind for a corner, and the game's first corner.
Outstanding play from Cotter there.
Let's take a look at this. Skillington, he is on a booking, but he's the one who stayed down after this. Gingerly getting to his feet.
Maybe Adam Carroll had his voodoo doll on the sideline. See Cotter on the edge of the box there. Looking like he's in prime volley territory if no one goes out to him.
First corner of the game, out swinging delivery towards the back post, and the header comes in. Well, it's a tame effort that Murphy is able to stop with ease. Murphy launching that forwards. Really good take it was there from Corcoran, but unable to find his way through the back four. Taking a look at this. It was Moynihan who got his head on it, but couldn't get any power behind the header.
Yeah, there's some big, strong boys in that Arc team, Alan. There'll be a threat from set pieces. I think I lost 7-0 to them a couple of years ago, and 3 or 4 of their goals came from set pieces. So yeah, definitely lads who have their milk and spuds for dinner in that team.
I think I played the first half of that game, actually.
You did, yeah. It's our Vietnam moment. It only got worse in the second half when he went off. But yeah, they're a good team, but they're big and strong as well as skillful.
Cruz O'Shea's header cushioned onto Raheem, and now the play being brought back for offsides.
So, don't need to be a genius to figure out how he ended up with that knee strap, flying into the tackle there.
That's possibly the best chance of the game so far. Coming from the header about a minute and a half ago. It was James Moynihan, but stretching back for it couldn't generate the power to beat William Murphy. So remain scoreless here for the moment.
Kelleher getting his steps in as he figures out the spot for this free kick.
Goes long. It's a good delivery forwards. Sends it across the face of the area. That's not the most decisive clearance. Could be a chance. Could be a goal, and it is. Swift take the lead, and it's Michael Peters who capitalises on the defensive error. Unleash a rasping strike, which Cummins couldn't deal with it, and it is the Premier Division champions who have the lead in the Premier Division Cup final. Swift 1, Arc Rovers 0. Looked like a bit of a nothing ball across the box, but not the best defensive clearance. Straight into the path of the number 8, Michael Peters, who unleashed a first-time strike, which Cummins got a hand to but couldn't prevent from nestling in the back of his net. And it is the league champions with the lead here in the Jackie O'Driscoll Premier Division Cup final.
Yeah, really impressive first-time strike from Michael Peters there. I think that's the first shot on target Swift have had. This just goes to show what a good team they are, that if you give them half a chance, they will punish you. And it's the reason they're league champions, and it's the reason they're leading here in this Jackie O'Driscoll Premier Division Cup final.
It's that long ball forward, only ends up with Cummins. Cummins sending it right back into the Swift half of the pitch. Terence McSweeney's ball forward is cut out. Ends up back in Swift possession once more, and back with Terence McSweeney once more. There's O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan plays a pass around the corner, but plays that straight out of play and out for a throw-in.
As Don Corleone watches on, Peter Travers, CBL secretary.
Cruz O'Shea with the header flick on to Raheem, who's picked Terence McSweeney's pocket here and is pulled back by Terence McSweeney. That's going to be a free kick, and that's going to be the second booking for a Swift player in this final. And 2 of that back 4 now on bookings.
Got to be careful not to talk themselves into anything more.
Incensed by that decision. Let's take a look at this really good play there from Tyrese Raheem. Just making a nuisance of himself, drawing the foul. Driven in low and hard, so Murphy spills it, but gathers it at the second time of asking.
Yeah, really good response from Arc to go behind so far.
Here is Skillington. It's Corcoran trying to find a route forward, unable to do so. Wins the throw in for his sides. A pass, only finding Moynihan, who launches it forwards.
Good reflexes from the linesman there. A good strong hand to it.
looking to build an attack. And ball from Cotter out to the wing, intercepted, and Swift now with possession. Long ball over the top. Good take there from John Corcoran, shouting, remonstrating for a handball. It's not given. Swift continue the attack though. Joe Manny. And Manny gets bundled over, and that's going to be a free kick. Someone may be able to fact check me on this, but I think Damien O'Mahony played in the first ever CBL final that Full Time Productions covered. 2019 Mick Mooney Cup final. I think he could have been playing with Quinlan's Bar at the time.
What's the expression, Alan? More clubs than Tiger Woods. But he is, a stalwart of the Cork Business League and a really, really impressive player. It's no surprise he always turns up with the top teams.
It's a good delivery. The header directed up in the air. And it was offside regardless.
But yeah, brilliant for a team like Swift, a new enough team to the CBL to have the experience of the likes of Damien O'Mahony. And a player definitely capable of being a difference maker on occasions like this.
The 35-year-old who joined Swift last season, immediately tasted success in the second division with them. Looking to do successive league and League Cup doubles. This team in the lead here. As O'Mahony plays it forward, or Murphy was who played it forwards. Cruz O'Shea infield. This ball directed back towards Cruz O'Shea. Cushions a first time pass. And wasn't ready to receive another pass. You see the celebrations of the man who has fired Swift to the front. Skillington's ball forward. A lovely pass around the corner by William Corcoran to John Corcoran.
Save.
It was a great save from Cummins. The whistle had gone anyway. It wouldn't have counted regardless, but Cummins wasn't going to be able to take any chances with that.
And that kind of behaviour encouraged in volleyball, but not so much in the CBL. That spike into the ground with the ball.
Cummins with the long ball forward. Bobbling around. Arc it is who gained possession, and the first time cross is a good delivery. Cruz O'Shea! Arc back on level terms. And they've responded so well to going behind. And now drawn level once more. Let's take a look at it. It was good work down this right hand side. And the cross coming in from Cotter. Cruz O'Shea sneaking in, beating the Swift defenders, beating Murphy and getting his second goal of the tournament. And it is Swift 1, Arc Rovers 1.
Yeah, with a brilliant ball in from Cotter as well, Alan, and he'd be glad to have redeemed himself as he who gave the ball away for the Swift goal. But now he was turned creator for the Arc goal. So he'll be happy to have an assist in the right direction, and good response from him personally, and good response from Arc as a team.
Two Arc Rovers players challenging themselves in the air. And only directing it to Swift's Ivan Skillington. As Corcoran puts it over the top. Sorry, it was O'Sullivan who put it over the top. Here's O'Sullivan once more in possession. Goes crossfield to Peters. Peters unable to get through the challenges. Arc Rovers win possession. Hurley's ball over the top. Can only find Murphy in the Swift net. McSweeney. Peters just left that behind him. Rovers able to win possession. Good tussle there between the two number 8s. Harrington with the ball forward to Raheen. The retreating Daniel Kelleher wins possession. Can only turn the ball out of play for a throw into Arc Rovers.
Yeah, Raheem looking so difficult to deal with down that left-hand side. And as you mentioned earlier, Alan, 2 of the Swift back 4 already on yellow cards. So got to be very careful they don't end up with a red.
There's a corner. Will be an in-swinging delivery. And straight on top of the keeper. Sent out to the edge of the area. They're trying to keep this attack alive. And able to find a way through the yellow wall of the Swift defence, and now they launch a counter-attack. It's William Corcoran. Just needing to wait for support. Goes all the way back to Skillington. Draws a free.
Opportunity now for Swift to get their big men into the opposition box. Tough in the sunlight for defenders and goalkeepers.
Skillington's delivery. Headed all the way back out as far as Raheem. He helps it all the way through. And now back with William Murphy. Sullivan. Cushion it to Corcoran. It's intercepted, and Arc come on the attack again, but that's a loose pass right across their defence. John Corcoran picks it off, plays it over the top here to O'Mahony. O'Mahony at the byline. A lovely tackle to dispossess him. There's Brian Kelly. Cruz O'Shea. Carroll. Goes back to Kelly. Kelly out to Hurley. Cruz O'Shea. Cruz O'Shea with the lob through ball, but unable to pick out a purple shirt. It could be on the attack here once more. Raheem. And now with Carroll. Carroll takes a strike which is deflected, takes all the sting out of it. And an easy take for William Murphy. Jack, this contest really been as even as we would have expected it to be so far.
Yeah, they look like the 2 best teams in the Premier Division playing in a cup final, which is always good to see. And could take something very special to separate these sides.
John Corcoran plays it over the top to William Corcoran. Swings the cross away. That header sends it deeper into the Arc box, but Arc do manage to get it away from danger. That played out off Cambridge and out for a goal kick. Let's take a look at the goals from this Jackie O'Driscoll Premier Division Cup final. And it was Peters who opened the scoring for Swift. Or Dylan Cruz O'Shea ghosted between 2 Swift defenders and got Arc Rovers back on level terms with a close range header. Throw and sent up the line. O'Mahony picks up the loose ball. O'Mahony twisting and turning. Pass forward here to William Corcoran. A little through ball, and O'Mahony at the edge of the area can't spin away. Corcoran tries to win possession. It's out with Daniel Kelleher. Kelleher chops back inside Cruz O'Shea. Plays that ball looking for O'Mahony, but couldn't pick him out. Arc Rovers managed to send it away to safety and out for a throw-in.
Look for the fucking ball.
Kelleher's throwing, helped on by O'Mahony. Cruz O'Shea. Kelleher dispossesses him and manages to win the throw-in for Swift. Need to get on with things quickly. Once again, seems to be a little bit more urgent. Arc Rovers win possession through Kelly. Raheem using his strength there. Can he get the run on? But it was good sweeping across by Ivan Skillington. There's Cruz O'Shea. Back with Cruz O'Shea once more, and a lovely little passing play here with Arc Rovers. Cruz O'Shea now in a bit of space. Gets through the challenge of Kelleher. Does get the cross away. Oh, it's a poor delivery. Off balance as he went to strike it. Arc Rovers pick up the clearance though, and a strike from distance. Wasn't too far away. Arc Rovers enjoying a fruitful period in this final.
Yeah, a wonderful free-flowing move from Arc there. Decent strike.
Was Greg Harrington. Fell kindly for him but couldn't direct a shot on target. Murphy's goal kick sent long. Harrington wins possession, drives forward with it, sends that over the top, but over hits. It's bobbled out for a goal kick. Kelleher. Manny looking to turn, but only turns into Shane Hurley, who sends the ball out of play for a throw-in. See Tyrese Raheem, Player of the Year and the Goal of the Season winner for Arc Rovers in 2023. Swift now with a free kick in a dangerous position. There's John Corcoran who takes possession of it. Swift haven't had too many chances to trouble Arc from a set piece, so let's see what they can do with this one. Oh, straight into the wall. Not the most pleasant experience he's going to have.
No, just whatever he has to do, stretch it out. He went to touch his toes there. And whatever it takes to recover from that.
Caught that one right on the schnoz.
Yeah, it's like one of the Home Alone paint cans there that hit Harry and Marv. But fair play, body on the line defending for the cause.
So McSweeney, a long throw in from him. Just sent across the area once more. Peters waiting for it. Can't get the strike away, does get the strike away, but inaccurate with it and out of play for a goal kick. So Cummins goes long with the goal kick. Skillington with a header. And now Arc can come on the attack. And it is Cotter. Peters ball out wide. Clipped into the middle of the park. I didn't think Cambridge thought that ball was for him. Doesn't quite manage to get in the end of it. Raheem can't bring it under control. And Murphy out to claim it. It's a lunging tackle. Comes in on Moynihan.
Very much a forwards tackle, Alan, I think, wasn't it?
It was William Corcoran, and yeah, just always stretching to try and get something on it, but completely misjudged where he was going to get to. So Cummins goes cross field, headed clear by McSweeney. Here's Corcoran. Corcoran back inside to O'Mahony. Unable to bring it forwards. Raheem battling for possession. Moynihan's ball over the top is overhit. Murphy quickly rolls it out to Skillington. So Sullivan goes wide. Looking for O'Connor but couldn't find him. Cross driven in low. There's Kelly who got across, descended clear from danger. Peters battling for possession. Raheem turns away and plays a pass forward, but only ends up with Skillington, who lifts it back over the top. Here's John Corcoran. William Corcoran. Corcoran with a strike, immediately blocked down. And Arc scramble it away. Some last ditch defending there from the men in purple. Corcoran's not given an inch there.
Yeah, some good body on the line defending there from Arc.
So it will be a corner to Swift.
Just creating some room for himself.
John Corcoran in swing delivery, goes all the way through, and it was William Corcoran who got ahead on it but didn't get enough on it to direct it on target. And a big let off there for Arc Rovers. Let's take a look. Maybe not the best delivery. Bounced up kindly for William Corcoran. Just couldn't get the requisite connection to send it on target from close range.
Yeah, huge let off for Arc there.
Willie Cummins with the goal kick once more. The 29-year-old, the founder of Arc Rovers. Scored 33 goals in the CBL in the 2022-2023 season.
Must have a hell of a goal kick on him.
May or may not have been playing outfield during that
yes,
season.
We'll look into that. We'll fact check that.
33 goals as a goalkeeper would be a ridiculous return.
Pretty good, right? Watching his Rogerio Cherney videos. Maybe he's on free kicks. But I believe he had a stint as an outfielder, alright, but obviously just one of those annoyingly talented people who's good in multiple positions. I suppose when you're the club founder, you can pick to play wherever you want.
Do you reckon they have an outfield jersey with a number 1 on it just in case he wants to make a tactical substitution?
David James at Man City. I'd like to think they do.
Under the Stuart Pearce era.
Yeah, I'd like to think they do have that.
Jack, it's been a full-blooded encounter, as you'd want from a cup final. No malice in it, but just some good, strong challenges.
There is, yeah. Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. The way these players are going at each other. As I said, nothing malicious in it, but very much full throttle cup final tackles. And yeah, it's a hot day out there today. Wouldn't be surprised to see things boil over a little. But for the most part, things being played in the right spirit.
We have a little under 5 minutes to the half-time whistle.
Perfect. Perfect for the picture there.
So throw in from O'Connor. Flicked on. Finds its way through to Raheem. His pass back intercepted by O'Sullivan. Allows Swift to come on the attack. It's not the most convincing clearance from Kelly. It does the job. Skillington's header going to take the ball out over the sideline and out for an Arc Rovers throw in just inside the Swift half of the pitch. Ball sent over the top and over the head of everyone and out of play for a goal kick.
Yeah, you can see both goalkeepers, Murphy and Cummins, in no huge rush to retrieve the ball when it goes out. It's a hot day like today. And be careful of energy conservation. I suppose no need for either of them to be rushing at the moment.
Jack, what an evening it is for a game of ball here in the Maradyke.
Just, yeah, perfect footballing conditions. And the ideal way to spend a midweek evening. Excellent conditions out there for these players.
Cambridge who step back in one possession. This is Skillington. The outside of the foot pass. Ball far behind the run of William Corcoran. Wasn't too happy about the delivery. Kelleher's challenge sends the ball out of play for a throw in on the near sides. So throw in from Hurley up the line, aimed at Raheem. It's fallen to Cruz O'Shea. Not just behind Cruz O'Shea. Raheem picks it up. Dispossessed by Daniel Kelleher. Cruz O'Shea challenges. It's not the best clearance and allows Arc Rovers to win possession. And strike from the edge of the area on the turn. Couldn't generate any power and allows Swift to come clear with it. It's a lovely ball over the top. Finds William Corcoran in the edge of the area. It will be a free out to Arc Rovers. Cummins goes long, headed clear by McSweeney. Headed all the way out of play by Terence McSweeney. So Hurley, he's throwing. It's back with Kelly. Kelly goes across to O'Connor. Lunging into that, but what a lovely clean tackle that was. The cross sent clear by McSweeney. Arc Rovers pick up possession once more, but the retreating William Corcoran intercepts that pass. And this is Corcoran back in possession once more. He's challenged by Raheem. Raheem overzealous in the challenge, commits the foul. Gives Swift a free kick with about half a minute or so left in normal time in this half. Skillington sends the free kick a long way forwards. It's picked up by O'Mahony, who gets the cross away. That's the edge of the area and strike from the edge of the area. It's in! On the stroke of half time, Swift take the lead. And it is their number 9, Owen O'Sullivan, who gives them the advantage going into the break.
Nearly looks angry about it, Alan, doesn't he? I think a lot of frustration in that strike.
Let's have a look at it. And it was O'Mahony who got to the byline from the long free kick. Arc not dealing with his delivery across the edge of the area. And O'Sullivan with a sweet first time strike under the body of Cummins into the back of the net. And Swift's advantage is restored as we move into first half added time. Early with a looping cross. into the hands of Murphy, who made sure that he had hold of it. Releases short to Skillington, and that the last action of the first half here in the 2025 Jackie O'Driscoll Premier Division Cup final. And it is Swift back into the lead just before the break. They lead Arc Rovers by 2-1. It was Peters for Swift who opened the scoring. The man on screen, Dylan Cruz O'Shea, levelled with a close range header before O'Sullivan strike in the 45th minute. Long range from the edge of the area, beat Cummins into the back of the net to give Swift their advantage at the break. Swift Energy 2, Arc Rovers 1. from Bob Beswick going down the line. It's a nice inside run there from Brendan. It's a good finish. Excellent finish there.
Steadied as himself. This is the most important penalty he's ever taken. Emmett O'Shea versus Anchita to win it for Killarney. It's there! It's there! It's into the bottom corner, and Killarney Celtic have won it!
So it looks like we are about to get back underway for the second half of this 2025 Jackie O'Driscoll Cup final. And it is Arc Rovers with the first possession of the second half, playing from left to right. And need to try and get themselves back onto level terms in this second half. Swift with the advantage at the break. There go, coming just before the half-time whistle. Jack, always a bit of a sucker punch to concede just before half-time like that.
Oh yeah, huge psychological boost for Swift, and could be detrimental to Arc. And that's where the coaches are in their corn. Oh, what a tackle.
That tackle had to be squeaky clean there from Adam O'Connor, and it was. Jack, I think important now for Arc that they steady the ship defensively and make sure they don't concede a third.
Oh yeah, the next goal in this game is huge, Alan. Either an equaliser for Arc or the goal that maybe puts Swift out of sight. And yeah, Arc will be desperate to make sure the next goal goes their way. They're going about it the right way with the first corner of the second half. Adam Carroll to go with the outswinger again. Saw that a couple of times in the first half.
Yes, indeed. Arc Rovers top scorer in the competition. 2 goals to his name so far. Now taking this corner. Outswing delivery sent deep towards the back post. Just headed clear. Raheem sends it back into the area. Can't pick out a purple shirt. A long ball from Herlihy. Helped on its way. There's Kelly. And now Arc Rovers look to build once more. It's Carroll, the player there, who was fouled.
Oh, just a little jar of the knee there.
It was O'Connor Green. Couldn't get to that ball on time. And now a second chance in quick succession to test from a set piece, this time coming from a free kick. It will be Carroll to take it. And the Shack with the sun low in the sky like this, maybe want to just sit on top of the keeper and just give him something to think about.
Yeah, get it in the mixer, see what you can do, but not the case on this occasion.
Back out with Carroll once more. And this time a better delivery from Carroll. Murphy eyes on it all the way.
Thought our cameras are frozen there, but he was actually just that still, was Murphy. Taking no risks and donning the cap for the second half. Such is the level of sunlight.
Ball going to be turned out of play for a throw into Swift on the far side.
Swift already looking like they're in no rush to get underway with proceedings. They're trying to take the sting out of a frantic second half.
So Kelleher's throwing up the line as the goal scorer of the second goal, O'Sullivan. He was challenged and the ball out of play for another Swift throw-in. So being marshalled there by the captain, Kelly. So McSweeney it is. Throw into O'Mahony. Well, O'Mahony lets it beat him, and that's sent straight back out of play and out for another throw-in. McSweeney goes long from the throw-in this time, but headed clear out of danger. Raheem gets a push in the back, advantage allowed to be played, and now play being brought back for the free kick.
Yeah, good tactical foul there. I think the counter might have been on for Arc. Yeah, passionate celebrations all round, Alan.
Delayed passion there, maybe from
Delayed
O'Sullivan.
passion. He was charging up the super passion. He was going Super Saiyan mode there, was Owen O'Sullivan.
So Cummins goes long, crossfield from the free kick, which is headed clear and sent out of play for a throw-in on the near sides. Carroll with the throw-in, back to Carroll. Can't pick out a purple shirt with his pass forward. 1-0 by Harrington, and Harrington with the cross, good looking delivery, just over the head. And sent back into the mixer. He shouts for a handball, not given. Oh, but it's in the back of the net, and what a wonder strike that is to bring Arc back on level terms. It's Swift 2, Arc Rovers 2. And 5 minutes into this second half, Arc with that crucial equaliser. Jack, you said the next goal was going to be important, and it's gone the way of Arc Rovers.
Yeah, they started the second half very well, and a couple of shouts for handball there in amongst the box. What a strike that was, looping into the top corner.
Up over the reach of William Murphy and into the back of the net. That's the number 6, Moynihan, with the goal.
And very apparent, Alan, why these were the two top teams in their league, in a way that the two teams in this cup final. Going blow for blow, looking incredibly evenly matched.
So Swift with his corner, in-swing delivery. And not a particularly good delivery, straight back out of play and out for a goal kick.
Yeah, great start to the half from Arc. Flying out of the traps, obviously, whatever was said at half time. Obviously having a positive effect.
Jack, they were behind at the break, but not necessarily fairly so. I think it was an even first 45, so probably the word from the manager was just to keep doing what they were doing.
Exactly, yeah, weren't doing anything.
Well,
that was one.
I think we could call that a speculative effort.
Yeah, that's when you look up and you see this game is being televised and you think, why not? But yeah, two evenly matched teams, and as I said, yeah, they weren't doing anything particularly wrong to be behind at half time. So maybe a case of just keeping up the good work.
There is the man who has Arc Rovers back on level terms. James Moynihan with the goal.
Just couldn't clear their line. Swift. Sweet strike.
Ball bobbling around the penalty area. Before Moynihan came in and cannoned one into the top corner.
Moynihan will be glad his cup final haircut is paying off. That's right, like Alan, for these finals, when they know they're going to be on camera, you can tell they're very, very fresh haircuts, either on the day or the day before, and hoping that they'll be looking good when they're caught on camera, scoring or doing something.
So Sullivan's cross turns straight behind and out for a goal kick.
I actually got my haircut yesterday as well. I'm only in the commentary booth, but just in case. Cup final days are exciting. You want to be looking your best.
Well, our commentary booth is now on shot, so maybe you can stick your head out of the door.
I could, yeah.
This Kev swiftly cuts away to a different camera angle. Here is Corcoran. The layoff, but left his player a little bit short, and Arc Rovers able to win a free kick there through Harrington. Cummins it is who comes forward to take this free kick. Cummins sends it to the edge of the area. Kelly with the header. And it's delivered into the area by Cotter. Swift managed to scramble it away. Here's Skillington. Good ball over the top from Skillington. Finds John Corcoran at the edge of the area. Corcoran trying to find his way through Stephen O'Connell. Good hold up play here from John Corcoran. Does now use Cambridge. His first time cross immediately turns away by Raheem. And out for a throw in on the near sides. So it is O'Connor Green who will take this. Back out to O'Sullivan. And O'Connor Green battling for possession once more. Gets away from a couple of challenges. And that turns out of play. Off Moynihan. Going to be another throw in to Swift. Back to Skillington. Skillington with that cross. Headed clear by Kelly. As John Corcoran goes to retrieve and lets the ball run out of play for a throw-in, which he takes back to Kelleher. Keller threads that through ball to John Corcoran. The pull-back miss hits. And Arc able to send it clear. Here is Raheem. Being challenged by Skillington. He just showed too much of the ball to Skillington. Has kept the ball in play. Immediately turns over possession. It's Raheem. Just played that pass behind the run. Sullivan steps back and sends the ball back to Murphy. That header from Adam O'Connor takes the ball out of play and out for a swift energy throw in on the near sides. It'll be O'Connor Green to take. A little flick on there from Owen O'Sullivan, not coming off, turns the ball out of play for an Arc Rovers throw in. Ball played over the top. Raheem wins the header and gets the better of Skillington. Raheem with Skillington on his back. Now has McSweeney for company. And he goes back to Carroll. He goes back to Raheem. Raheem trying to step through the challenge of Skillington, and Skillington off his feet, turns the ball out of play.
Yeah, good play from Raheem, but good defending from Skillington.
Skillington just down on his haunches here. Maybe needing a little bit of attention.
Oh, don't take out your eye. Don't take out your eye. Don't you. Call him eye gone, Skillington, if that injury got any worse. But eye stays in.
And cross coming in, bobbling around, shouts once again for a handball, not given. So Connor goes cross field and recycles possession to Hurley. Hurley won a bit of a miss kick. And William Corcoran steps back and wins possession for Swift, and this is going to be the first booking for Arc Rovers.
Yeah, maybe too close range there for anything to be given handball wise.
That's Moynihan, the goal scorer. The first Arc Rovers name into Damien Morey's book on the stroke of the hour. It was a dangerous looking delivery. The ball sent behind. Will be a corner to Swift. So 30 minutes to go in this final, and Jack, it could go either way.
Oh, so finely poised and balanced, Alan. Just two real heavyweights going at it. And yeah, no one really able to again make it clear it's going their way.
Deep delivery from the corner. And Corcoran miscues. Could be a chance here still. And it is in. And it's Swift with the lead. And it's Owen O'Sullivan, second of the game. And for the second time in this game, he put Swift into the lead.
The man with the moustache, very much the man of the moment.
Well, we'll take a look at it. The corner swung in, bobbles around. Corcoran mishit. O'Sullivan latched onto it. And directed the ball into that bottom corner, which Hurley he wasn't able to keep out.
I'd love to know who he's shushing, because he did a shush for his first celebration as well. Thought the person might have been shushed after the first goal. But he's having a great final so far, Owen Sullivan.
Jack, that's the sort of final you dream about when you go to bed the night before.
Oh, it really
scored
is.
2 goals in a cup final.
Yeah, just couldn't have got any better. I think he's only had 2 clear-cut chances and he's buried them both. So, huge credit to him.
A clinical striker is a rarity and so priceless when you have one.
Exactly, yeah. Doesn't need too many opportunities. The ones he gets, he uses. And for a third time, can Arc Rovers equalise? You gotta feel psychologically it's taking its toll.
Well, not through that attack. Raheem steps back and wins possession once more. Moynihan goes through a challenge. It's clipped over the top here for Cruz O'Shea. He can't direct the ball beyond McSweeney. Arc Rovers continue this attack. Kelleher, though, fantastic defending. Wins the goal kick for his sides.
They just get to know each other a little better there. Attacker and defender. Possibilities of a slight Eskimo kiss there. Do they have a little brush of the noses? But nothing too untoward in it.
So Murphy goes short to Skillington. Skillington out to O'Connor Green. His header up the line to nobody in particular. And goes out over the line. And out for a throw into Arc Rovers. Moynihan's throw. Looks for Raheem. Raheem gets by Skillington. And then looks to get by Cambridge. And his cross turns out off Cambridge and out for a corner.
Yeah, great play from Raheem. Looking so dangerous anytime he gets the ball in those wide positions. Defenders being so careful not to foul him in those dangerous areas.
So the outswing delivery driven in. Back out. Driven in once more. Comes off the back of one of the Arc Rovers players. And can it in, and Raheem off the crossbar. Didn't know too much about it. It's turned home. And Arc Rovers equalise once more for the 3rd time in this game. We're back at level. It's Swift 3, Arc Rovers 3. And Moynihan, not to be outdone, scores his 2nd of the game. Let's take a look. That ball smashed off Raheem, came back off the crossbar. Moynihan turns home the loose ball. And for the 2nd time, James Moynihan equalises for his sides. It's a 6-goal thriller so far, and we've got 25 minutes left to go.
Could you call it Moy of the Rover stuff? I think we could. I think we'll allow it on that occasion. But yeah, what a final. 2 heavyweight teams really going at it blow for blow.
Plenty of this final left to go. That Harrington strike from a long way out. No power behind it. Kelleher almost dispossessed there by Cruz O'Shea, and now manages to send the ball up the line. And Kelly heads back. And it was Cambridge. And that ball turns out of play for a Swift Energy throw-in. Cambridge, let's go back to O'Mahony. O'Mahony not quite prepared for it, turns the ball out of play, and it's out for a throw into Arc Rovers. Kelly cushions it. Back with Kelly once more. Sends it over the top. Kelleher with the header. O'Sullivan. Goes back to Kelleher once more. He was looking to find Peters, but couldn't do so. And here's Raheem taken off his toe by Cambridge. He switches the focus and goes across to O'Connor Green. Corcoran challenged and out of play, and out for a swift throw-in. Despite the remonstrations of Padraig Cotter. So Conor Green found William Corcoran, but he couldn't pick out Owen O'Sullivan. It's Raheem and Adam Carroll. Carroll to send it to Raheem, who goes over under the challenge there of McSweeney, and that's going to be a free kick. McSweeney just has to be careful about the foul counts. Already on a yellow from the first half.
Yeah, just one of those players, Raheem. It's so hard to stop him without fouling him.
So it will be Carroll on set piece duties once more. Who played in the Munster Senior League with Castleview, Casement Celtic and Temple United. Now here in a CBL final with Arc Rovers. Swings in this free kick, dangerous delivery to the back post. Just over the head of anyone who mattered for Arc Rovers. That was back with Hurley, who skies that ball forwards. Sends it back with Cotter. Kelly puts it over the top here for Raheem. Murphy, astute goalkeeping out off his line quickly to claim it. This crossfield ball is cut out. Sent forward there by O'Connor. McSweeney goes to Kelleher. Out to O'Mahony. O'Mahony isn't able to keep it in play. Well, that's out for an Arc Rovers throw-in. And we have our first substitution of the game. First action from the bench. Just confirming that substitution, Padraig Cotter, the man replaced, on in his place the number 15, Conor Ryan. Conor Ryan, the 32-year-old, joined Arc Rovers 3 years ago, played on the Cork AUL team. Now here in the CBL. And into the CBL Jackie O'Driscoll Premier Division Cup final.
Unless Arc are playing with 12, I think Padraig Cotter is still on the pitch. The number 7 there, we were going off the app there.
Yeah, we were going off FAI Connect, but FAI Connect appears to be wrong. So
yeah, unless they're playing with 12, it could be a bold tactic.
It's bold tactic cotton. Let's see how it pays off.
I think we're very much a victim there. The dark Arc jerseys having dark colourings.
Oh, could be a chance here for Swift though. What a save that is from Cummins. He denies Peters his second from close range, turns the ball behind from a corner, and preserves this level pegging with 20 minutes to go.
Yeah, superb goalkeeping from Cummins there. Great spread.
So Swift now with a chance to test from the corner. Driven delivery. Headed back out of play for another corner. Will be John Corcoran to take once more. Again, decent delivery. sent clear. Raheem on the turn away, using his bit of skill. Just tried to thread that into the run of Ryan, but overhit and straight through to William Murphy. He releases to Cambridge. Here is O'Connor Green. Goes back to McSweeney. Kelleher. Back with Kelleher once more. He skips through a challenge. Tries to break the lines with that pass, but it was Moynihan who stepped back. One possession for Arc. He's back with Kelleher now once more. Again, his pass forward can't pick out a yellow shirt. Now out of play for a swift throw in on the far side. Jack, you see from the celebrations how much it means to these players.
Yeah, it means a hell of a lot to everyone out there. And everyone giving it 110%. It's hard to believe half these players are going to be on the losing end.
So it is a free kick to Swift. A free kick to Arc Rovers, my apologies.
It's hard to tell based on who looks the most hurt, isn't it? Going the way of Arc.
So it looks like Swift ready up a substitution on the far side. Well, I think not to make that substitution just yet. It will be Adam Cambridge coming in for them. Deciding to defend this free kick first. Play being held up here momentarily. A touch of cramp there for Brian Kelly, the Arc Rovers captain. Jack, this game very much finely poised as we enter the closing stages.
Oh, it's been a breathtaking 74 minutes, Alan. Two evenly matched teams. Two of the best teams in the Premier Division going hell for leather at each other. And just no way of telling which way it's going to go. Psychologically, you could say Arc, they've gone behind 3 times. Is that taking a toll? On the other end, you could say Swift have gone ahead 3 times, but still haven't been able to kill off Arc. That's got to be taking a toll. There's been some huge moments. Are we going to look back at that save from Dean Cummins? Is that an Emmy Martinez moment if they go on to win it? Brian Kelly just getting stretched out for cramp. But you want no harm. I actually know Brian Kelly in real life, and in the last few months he's gotten engaged to a beautiful woman, Rachel Long, and he's gotten a house with her. They got the mortgage on the house, and he's in a cup final with Arc Rovers. So he's running out of genie wishes. So maybe cramp is a small price to pay for the few months he's been having. Hopefully Brian also considers us friends in real life. I haven't overestimated how close we are.
So now we're about to get back underway from this free kick. Well, headed clear. Skillington helps it on its way out. It's up by Carroll once more.
Oh,
that's a late challenge by Kelleher. And Kelleher showing the yellow cards. 3 of that Swift back 4 on yellow cards.
At least they have a plan where they're all agreed. We'll all get 1. No one get 2. We'll all get 1.
And only half-hearted complaints about this, but I think he knew that was coming.
Come on.
Clattered into Cotter.
But it's so hard for referees. Every player on every team does it. They do the puppy dog eyes and the butter wouldn't melt in my mouth face. But the ball wasn't got there.
That's a dangerous position to swing in a free kick from. There's a decent delivery. Murphy parries clear. Helped out by Kelleher, only to the edge of the area. Cotter sent wides. And Cambridge does very well there to win the throw-in for his sides. Out off Padre Cotter. who is still on the park despite what FAI Connect says. So Murphy it is who sends it long. Moynihan's attempt at an interception sends that ball out of play on the near sides, and a huge territory gain for Swift. So Connor Green takes on Ryan, gets the cross away, it's headed clear. Out as far as Raheem, Swift.
Connor Ryan nearly on presenter duties there.
So McSweeney's throw in. Here's Ryan. Ryan with a bit of a ball up the line that nobody was making a move for. And Skillington goes back to retrieve. This pass forward beats William Corcoran. Sent straight back out of play. Out for a throw into Swift. Jack, I don't know what shin pads O'Connor Green is wearing, or Peters for that matter, but those are the lowest socks I've ever seen on a football pitch.
Yeah, the ankle sock. Obviously passed the referee's inspection. It seems to be the way though. The socks get lower, the shin guards get smaller. Shrinkflation maybe, but we won't get political in the podcast. We won't get political here on commentary. Got a Toblerone the other day. A friend brought it into work, and it's less triangles than ever. So maybe it's linked to the socks and shin guards thing.
Hurley goes up the line with the throw in, aim for Raheem. Raheem trying to dig it out from the challenge there of O'Mahony. Arc retain possession, go back to Hurley. His pass up the line, strays out over the line and out for a throw into Swift.
A couple of bodies on the deck for Arc at the moment.
So Moynihan, the man with 2 goals, maybe just suffering from a bit of cramp.
Suffering from success. That's the term.
Harrington down also. He's put in a shift today, Greg Harrington. I think at the end of Harrington's game, I think they've made a substitution there. Try and confirm that as soon as we can. It's Arc coming the attack here through Cotter. And Cotter's bundled over. And no call given. Goal kick the decision. Let's take a look at this. And Cotter just picking the pocket there of Kelleher, who raced back. And I think that would probably be a harsh one if it was given, Jack.
I think so, yeah. I think it mostly took place off the pitch. But Podrick Cotter's alive to every loose touch in that final third. And not having a bad game at all since being subbed off Podrick Cotter.
As Murphy goes long from the goal kick. Good take there from O'Mahony, but turns out of play. Out for a throw into Arc Rovers. Inside the final 9 minutes of normal time here. It's Corcoran. Back with Skillington. Skillington sends one over the top. Sends it too far over the top, and an easy take there for Dean Cummins.
Dean Cummins just settling the play there. Just giving his team time to breathe.
Skillington with the header. Looks to be the number 12 there, Tony Carroll, who came on. There's Carroll. And then it was Hurley. Cotter. Trying to turn away. Can't play that pass. Intercepted by O'Sullivan. And that ball sent over the top. William Corcoran, the target. And Corcoran get on the end of this loose ball. Cummins goes shoulder to shoulder.
Oh.
As he committed the foul. Free kick given right on the edge of the area. Let's take a look at this. Cummins racing out to it with William Corcoran, and that looked to be a fair shoulder.
Really, it's anti-goalkeeper discrimination, Alan. It's everywhere.
Goalkeepers get enough of these calls.
The goalkeepers do get it. Yeah, goalkeepers get the calls in the box, outside of the box. Maybe fair enough that the outfielders get them.
So it's John Corcoran who will take this free kick. Stealing a couple of extra degrees of angle there. Driven in. Is that off the top of the crossbar? Well, the Swift players believe it's a corner. Goal kick the decision. He waved away. Let's take a look here. It was one of the Arc Rovers players there who turned the ball out of play.
Justice for giving the free kick against the goalkeeper.
Carroll's pass forward, cut out there by O'Connor Green. Out of play for an Arc Rovers throw-in.
But things getting tight now. There's been a lot of goals in this game, but you feel that the next one is going to be the winner.
So it's Maguire's to take it. Ryan now bundled over. That's going to be a free kick. So we've seen how dangerous Arc Rovers can be from set pieces. And now Adam Carroll looking to deliver this into the penalty area.
They haven't led all game, Arc, but if they could lead with 5 minutes to go, that might be enough.
Once again, not quite clearing the lines. The overhead kick is off target. An acrobatic effort, not too far away from giving Arc Rovers the lead. What goal that would have been for the defender Adam O'Connor if that had gone in. Now one of the Swift players down, possibly with a little bit of cramp. Yeah, the effects of a long season taking its toll.
Long season followed by a very high intensity 86 minutes so far. I'm surprised to see a few sore bodies out there.
Here's Skillington. Long ball over the top. Just headed back into the Swift half of the pitch. And Raheem was underneath it, and that's going to be a free kick against Tyrese Raheem. Skillington goes long. Swift header takes it back out of the box. There's Cotter who stepped back in one possession, made the clearance. Conor Ryan helps it on its way. Raheem and McSweeney battling for it, and the two of them coming off worse for wear from it. Ryan trying the nutmeg there on O'Connor Green. Didn't quite come off, but won a throw in for his sides. That goes back to David Maguire. Oh, Maguire, that's a lovely delivery towards the back post. And O'Mahony's header took it back across the face of goal.
Sometimes the crosses are so inviting, Alan, you just got to go for it. Doesn't matter who the opposition is. I think O'Mahony's striker instincts kicking in there, but did well to turn it behind for the corner.
Looks as if James Moynihan down once more, and that's the second time we've seen him needing a little bit of attention for cramp. This his second goal of the game, which brought Arc back on level terms for the third time in it.
Yeah, justified that haircut with 2 goals in this cup final.
The corner swung in, headed clear only as far as Cotter. Cotter trying to shape up. Conor Ryan lifting it towards the back post, but lifting it out of play and out for a goal kick. Murphy goes long from the goal kick once more. O'Connor Green heads it forwards. Good hold up play there from John Corcoran, but it turns over possession to Moynihan. Conor Ryan sends one over the top, sends it all the way through to William Murphy. Inside the final minute now of the 90. Is there a late twist in the tail that can give either one of these sides the Jackie O'Driscoll Premier Division Cup? Swift on the attack here. Carroll intercepts. Kelleher with the header. Raheem underneath it once more, but can only direct it to Skillington. Here's O'Connor Green. O'Connor Green lifting it to the edge of the area. The header across from Corcoran. And O'Sullivan forces Maguire to turn the ball out of play for a corner.
Now do Swift bring up the keeper? Try and wrap this up in normal time? Probably not. If I was a betting man, I'd say probably they won't bring him up. But that'll be exciting.
As the clock ticks into the red. How many more minutes is there to go in this final? In swing delivery, headed clear. Raheem picks up the loose ball. Raheem just stumbling under the attention there of Michael Peters. His goal 18 minutes into this game feels like a lifetime ago. O'Connor Green with the throw in. It's intercepted by Maguire. Ball sent over the top looking for Raheem. Doesn't find him. There's Corcoran. Lovely layoff there into the run of O'Mahony, but just a fraction too far in front of him. The ball turns out of play and out for a throw in on the far side to Swift, deep in Arc Rovers territory.
And there we have our dog of the game, Alan. Enjoying this fixture as much as we are.
The MVP, most valuable pup.
So we're getting involved there. A bit of man marking. Man barking.
I think we're in stoppage.
Trademarked. Trademarked.
O'Mahony's throw finds Peters. O'Sullivan can't face towards goal, and Arc Rovers send it a long way clear. McSweeney's throw in sent a long way up the line. Aimed for O'Sullivan. The ball straying back out over the sideline before O'Sullivan's touch.
Oh, the dog. Look at all action. All action. What a touch. Off the snout. And happy out. He can go off knowing he's done his job. Surely there's a spare winner's medal we can give to the dog after this game.
That ball from Ryan. Played far too far forward for Arc Rovers to do anything with it. Lovely take there from O'Mahony. Moynihan, who lumps it out of play and out for another throw into Swift. 2.5 minutes now beyond the 90. There was a few stoppages during the second half, so possibly still time on the clock. Layoff intercepted by Carroll, and Carroll now bursting forward with it. Layoff to Cotter. And Cotter goes past Kelleher, doesn't go past Kelleher, gets upended by Kelleher, and Kelleher's already on a booking. Could this be the end of Kelleher's final?
Cotter literally on his knees begging. But it doesn't look like there's going to be a second yellow.
And that could be a huge let off here for Daniel Kelleher to only get away with the foul conceded. I think he feared the worst there. I think he knows that's a massive reprieve that he's still on the park.
Dangerously close to his nickname in the group chat being changed to Yellowher. Doesn't get a second yellow on that occasion.
Free kick here to be taken by Tony Carroll. Carroll delivers it to the back post. O'Connor Green, the back heel to the edge of the area. Carroll shapes up to shoot, taken off his toe. And that is it. The final whistle goes. With that not the end of this game, we are destined for extra time. And it's going to be coming up next, but at the full-time whistle, it's Swift 3, Arc Rovers 3. Let's take a look at the goals in this 6-goal thriller. And it seems like it was days ago that Michael Peters gave Swift the lead in the 18th minute. That low, powerful strike that Dean Cummins couldn't prevent from hitting the back of the net. Arc Rovers, though, responding in the 24th minute. The close range header from Dean Cruz O'Shea. First of 3 times that Arc Rovers would draw level in this game. On the stroke of half time, it was Arc Rovers who hit the front once more. It was Owen O'Sullivan, the first of 2 goals for him in this game. Before the equaliser coming in the 51st minute from Moynihan. Arc Rovers failed to clear, or Swift it was who failed to clear their lines, and Moynihan's looping strike up over Murphy. Swift hit the front for the 3rd time. The 2nd goal from O'Sullivan just 10 minutes later in the 61st minute. With that lead lasting only 3 minutes in the 64th, Arc Rovers drew level for the 3rd time. Once again, Swift failing to convincingly clear their lines. It almost came in off Raheem before Moynihan rattled that home into the back of the net from close range. That was the end of the scoring during normal time. And now we await extra time. And 10 minutes a half here. 20 more minutes to decide the fate of the 2025 Jackie O'Driscoll Cup.
I know they can't, Alan, but you'd nearly feel like it's just half the trophy between them. They're just 2 sublime teams, and it feels criminal that one of these sides is going to go home empty-handed.
Old school Charity Shield style.
Old school Charity Shield. I'm sure Peter Travers has some sort of CBL power saw. Just cut that trophy right down the middle. But it's a testament to how good both teams are. That's how I feel about things.
Jack, how lucky are we in a brilliant final that we get 20 more minutes of it?
Oh yeah, it's been absolutely treated beyond measure here. And it's rare enough sometimes that the two best teams get to the final, but very much the two best teams in the CBL going at it here. And the two best commentators. You and that fella Purcell. that we'll talk about later.
So it will be Arc Rovers with the first possession of extra time. And they're going to be attacking right to left in the first period of extra time. Swift attacking left to right as they did in the first half. So underway here in extra time. Can anyone find a winner in the next 20 minutes? There's Corcoran trying that through ball. Intercepted by Stephen O'Connell. And Moynihan sends a pass forwards. Picked off by Skillington. And Peters long ball forwards. Oh, the back heel into the run of Peters. It's intercepted by Maguire. Pass intercepted though by O'Sullivan. Here is Corcoran once more to O'Mahony. And O'Mahony challenged by his opposite number Cotter. Still O'Mahony going with it. Eventually taken away from him. Carroll sends it forward. Raheem can't bring it under control. And Kelleher sweeps back and goes back to Murphy. Murphy to McSweeney. McSweeney out to Kelleher. Kelleher lifted it over the top and finds Corcoran in an acre of space. Corcoran's pulled back though, only sent behind for a corner out off Shane Hurley. Chance early in extra time to test this Arc Rovers defence from a corner once more. In between delivery, headed clear. It was Cotter who was the first man. Oh, here's O'Connor Green on the turn away and lifts that straight into the hands of Dean Cummins. Let's take a look at this little. Whoa, beautiful. So Hurley to Ryan. And Ryan wins that challenge, dispossesses Peters. But O'Mahony sends that ball forwards. And O'Connell goes to retrieve. O'Connell out to O'Connor. His long ball up the line. And Skillington played it off Raheem. McSweeney goes back to Skillington. That ball forward by Skillington turned out of play by O'Connell. And out for a swift throw in. John Corcoran. Corcoran goes over. That's going to be a free kick. It's again just on the edge of the area. Draws the foul from Adam O'Connor.
Yeah, good call from the ref.
O'Connor just left the leg dangling there Corcoran. You can see the Swift tactic here is to pack the line. Get Corcoran to maybe throw it on target and see what happens. Here's Corcoran's free kick. Cummins parries it! It's into the side netting. And the chance fell to O'Mahony. It was William Corcoran. From an acute angle, could only find the side netting. So midway through the first period of extra time here. And Swift marginally with the upper hands. Ryan's throw in. Headed clear by McSweeney. Ryan keeps the ball in play. And back with Ryan again. Back he'll look to pick out Raheem, but intercepted. As the header from O'Connell goes straight up in the air and allows Swift to win possession once more. O'Connell makes a challenge. John Corcoran can't bulldoze his way through the Arc Rovers defence. That's sent over the top to Kelleher. There's Tony Carroll. Pass around the corner, was looking to pick out Cotter, couldn't find him. As O'Mahony finds William Corcoran. Hurley, he comes across the challenge and turns the ball out of play for a corner.
Yeah, superb defending there. Tough to do that after 96 minutes of play. Both defences standing resolute in this first period of extra time.
One of the Arc Rovers players down, and it is Moynihan once more. Third time down. If he was a boxer, that'd be considered a knockout.
He's flat out right, isn't he?
His 2 goals, though, have ensured that this game went to extra time. Is this the end of his game? Hobbling towards the sideline. And it will be an Arc Rover substitution. And it is James Moynihan, the man with 2 goals to his name, going off. Getting the plaudits that he deserves from his sideline.
Michael Owen coming on, is it?
Well, corner swung in here. And the header off target. And it was John Corcoran. Couldn't add to his 2-goal tally in the tournament. Knows that was a good chance to try and find the back of the net. Peters with the header. Possession turned over. Ryan skips past the challenge of Peters. Gets around O'Mahony. Directs it to Cotter. Cotter challenged by Kelleher. Cotter to Raheem. Raheem helps it across to Carroll. Carroll makes a yard of space. Can't pull the trigger. And that shot immediately blocked away. Tony Carroll steps back and wins possession away from John Corcoran. It's Cambridge's throw off the line. Turns out of play and out for another throw-in. Out off Shane Hurley.
Yeah, possibly a case of tired legs and a tired mind on the edge of the box from Carroll there. Not able to get a shot or a final pass off in time.
So O'Mahony leaves it to Kelleher to take this throw-in. William Corcoran unable to bring it under control. Turns the ball immediately behind for a goal kick.
Dean Cummins with no interest in making the journey beyond the corner flag to retrieve that ball, asking for a new one to be provided.
So we move inside the final 30 seconds here of the first period of extra time. Cummins with this goal kick. Sweeney and Ryan battling for it, and Ryan comes out on top on that occasion. Pass looks to be directed towards Raheem. Ryan wins possession on the edge of the area, and Ryan with a strike from the edge of the area takes an awkward bounce that William Murphy had to react to, and did react well to parry it behind for a corner. And Ryan, that snapshot just taking a really awkward bounce off the Maradyke turf here.
Okay, superb reaction and reflexes from Murphy there.
But it has resulted in this corner for Arc Rovers. And it is Carroll who will take in swinging delivery towards that back post. Bobbling around once more. And a shot on the turn. Turns away by Skillington. And that the half-time whistle for the first period of extra time. Chances at a premium in that half. It's still Swift 3, Arc Rovers 3. For the second period of extra time. Can anyone find a winner in the next 10 minutes, or are we destined for the penalty shootout? Skillington to O'Connor Green, taken off his toe by McHugh. Raheem with the header to Carroll. Carroll couldn't bring it under control, but Skillington sends it straight out of play for a throw-in. It was taken quickly there by Cullinan. Cullinan to Raheem, back to Cullinan. Cullinan, we'll call that trickery. Might have left it behind him. O'Sullivan steps back and intercepts the pass, but O'Sullivan's pass forward immediately blocked away. And that's going to be a free kick in the edge of the area, is it? No. Play allowed to continue. Raheem sends across the face of the goal and turn behind for a goal kick. Let's take a look at this. And initially the shouts were for a free kick as Ryan taken out in the edge of the area. The ball fell to Raheem, and Raheem put it across the face of goal. Couldn't be turned on target.
Yeah, I think brilliant defended in the end there, Alan. It's going out for a corner, and a superb advantage played by the referee there, seeing that there was an opportunity. And Raheem nearly putting it on a plate. It was Damien O'Mahony making a goal-saving challenge.
It was the two number 7s there, Cotter and O'Mahony, racing towards the back post.
Incredible commitment from both players there.
So here is the resultant corner. That's sent back out of play for another corner. So Carroll to take once more. It has McHugh short. Lifted in towards the back post, over the top. And it was Cotter. The cross from Maguire. Cotter just couldn't rise high enough to get above it and direct it on target. Could only lift it over the top of William Murphy's crossbar.
Don't know what the plan for FAI Connect is if Cotter scores after being subbed off an hour ago. Might break the app.
Murphy goes long. Thumping header back into the Swift half. Not the best clearance from Kelleher. Races on here to see who can get on the end of this. In the end, Kelleher is he able to shepherd it out of play. Well, stayed in. Has it? It's adjudged to have gone out of play. Rolled up onto that corner flag.
Called the whole final off. Come back again in a week or two. Can't play with that corner flag.
So here is Kelleher's throw in. Peters. And O'Sullivan helping it on up the line. Header there from O'Connell. Sent back, and now Corcoran with a first time strike. Was searching for a soft corner, but couldn't find it. Not the first attack of any real note in the second period of extra time for Swift.
We'll have our expert lip reader on this. See what pleasant words have been exchanged there.
McSweeney wins the header. Here's William Corcoran. The layoff to Owen O'Sullivan. His ball over the top to Cummins. Cummins looking to his left wing. And Moynihan helping the ball on. It's Cotter now at the edge of the area. Cotter with a strike off the post! Inches away from firing Arc Rovers into the lead for the first time in this game. But the woodwork coming to William Murphy and Swift's rescue. It was a sweet strike. Just cannoned off the wrong side of the woodwork for Arc Rovers. Jack, what is it going to take for one of these teams to find a winner in this game?
It's incredible, Alan. Really incredible. Like, it's one of these games you could watch forever.
So Connor went back to Cummins. So lovely take there from Cullinan. Cullinan threading that through. McSweeney sweeps across. Challenge coming in to prevent McSweeney playing that ball up the line. Turned out of play for a Swift throw-in. Connor Green has Cullinan on his back. Sends the ball up the line, which is sent straight back. Cotter wins possession on the edge of the area. Can't pick out a pass. Peters now for Swift. Twisting and turning away and dispossessed. Carroll feels that he was fouled. Ball lumped over the top by O'Sullivan. Cummins picks it up. Cummins booming goal kick. And Skillington sends out a play for a throw in. Maguire takes quickly. And Carroll goes back to Maguire. Maguire attempting to go back to Carroll, but Cambridge turns that ball out of play for another Arc Rovers throw in. Ryan with the throw in into the area, headed straight back out and out of play for another throw in. Ryan with the long throw in once more. Into the hands of Murphy. He goes long. Good chest control there from John Corcoran. Lovely pass around the corner. Finds William Corcoran, who is on sides. Corcoran faced off against Hurley. challenge coming in. It was O'Connell. Kelleher sends it forward, but it's cut out by Cotter, who now has a chance to run at this defence. Cotter goes past Kelleher. Can't get past Skillington. And Peters picks up the loose ball. He goes to Cambridge. Cambridge out wide. O'Sullivan. Travella pass. Can't find Corcoran.
Got to 108 minutes, Alan. Finally, sight of a Travella.
There was one earlier, but I didn't say it.
You knew he could wait.
Sweeney being informed that throw-in is to be taken from his own half.
Moynihan's recreating the Harry Maguire meme in the background there, isn't he, from the 2018 World Cup? Having a little lean in a chat.
Sullivan is dispossessed.
Oh,
that's a cynical foul from Cambridge, and
naughty.
That's going to earn himself a booking. It'll scarcely matter with just over a minute left on the clock. Ryan came forward with it.
He must have thought Ryan went to Oxford. Such was the ferociousness of that attack by Cambridge. For any boat racing fans out there of the UK universities.
So here is Carroll's free kick inside the last minute of added time. Oh, it hasn't been kept in play, it hasn't. It's a goal kick. It's in the back of the net, but it won't count.
I think that got the first smile out of Owen O'Sullivan all game. The reaction to that disallowed goal.
So Murphy goes short to Skillington. Skillington with the long ball forward. Finds John Corcoran. Corcoran facing off against Maguire. Corcoran drills in a low cross into the hands of Cummins. Cummins sends it long. A header by McSweeney. And that is the last action of extra time. No goals in the extra periods of extra time. So we go to the penalty shootout to decide the fate of the 2025 Jackie O'Driscoll Premier Division Cup. And that is going to be coming up next. So make sure you stick around for that. So it looks like we are about ready to get underway for this penalty shootout to decide the fate of the 2025 Jackie O'Driscoll Premier Division Cup. And you can see in the forefront of our shot there, Jack, you're a goalkeeper yourself. You've faced a number of penalties. What's going through the minds of the keepers right now from their perspective? You know, is it pressure off the keeper a little bit that the strikers are expected to score? I think so. The expectation is more on the takers to score. I think if you're a keeper, you just kind of have to enjoy it as much as you can. Obviously, there is still the pressure there. But I think if you're a keeper, all you can do is be the hero. There's nothing very villainous you can do here. And what an angle that is. Oh. Well, it is Arc Rovers with the first penalty in this shootout. And it is the number 14, Darren Hosford, to take. Hosford against Murphy. Sticks it down the middle, sends it beyond. And it's 1 from 1 for Arc Rovers. Both of the teams facing penalty shootouts on their route here to the final. And first up for Swift, John Corcoran. 2 goals in the semi-final. That sent it to a penalty shootout against Cork Hospitals. It's saved! He's missed it! And immediately the advantage with Arc Rovers. Cummins diving away to his right-hand side, pushes away John Corcoran's penalty. And a chance for Arc Rovers to drive home this advantage. Dylan Cullinan. The second penalty for Arc Rovers, the second to be taken by a substitute. And can he give Arc Rovers a 2-goal cushion? Stutter step from Cullinan. Sticks it into the bottom corner. Beautiful penalty. Cullinan, the captain of the Irish Navy team. Some pedigree there. Here is O'Sullivan with Swift's penalty. The second of the shootout for them. Needs this to keep the disadvantage at 1. 2 goals for him in the final so far. Can he find the back of the net for the 3rd time? Slow run up. He's cannoned it off the crossbar. O'Sullivan has missed his penalty. And the advantage now very much with Arc Rovers. And it's Adam Carroll, the number 10, coming forward with the 3rd penalty. The 5th of the shootouts. To really drive home the advantage here for Arc Rovers. Carroll sticks it. The power takes it beyond Murphy. 3-0 in the shootout. And already Swift with a penalty to keep themselves in the final. And it is Damien O'Mahony, the experienced Damien O'Mahony. Was involved in the 2019 Mick Mooney Cup, which also went to a penalty shootout against Satellite Taxis with Quinlan's Bar. Quinlan's Bar came out on top on the day. He needs to score this to keep Swift in it. Does score it. Cummins got a hand to it, but not enough to keep it out. 3rd time the charm for Swift. They're still alive, but only just. And the 4th penalty to be taken by Tony Carroll, the 32-year-old. Carroll has his penalty saved. He's missed it. And we stay at 3-1. Carroll can't hammer home the advantage. And Swift with the penalty to bring them within one. And it will be William Corcoran to take it. Corcoran sticks it into the top corner. It's 3-2. But Arc with a penalty to win it here.
I'm nervous, Alan. It's so tense in the commentary van. How do they feel out there?
And it is the number 7, Padraig Cotter, the man with the responsibility. If he scores this, it's over.
If he scores this, FA Connector's going to break. He's like Lazarus back on the pitch.
Cotter moves to his left and sends the penalty into the bottom corner. Cotter's penalty gives Arc Rovers their first ever piece of CBL silverware. They've defeated Swift, the Premier Division champion Swift. And they are the 2025 Jackie O'Driscoll Premier Division Cup winners.
Well, Alan, they could show a bit of emotion, couldn't they? That's not this bottling up stuff about. Let it out, lads.
Jack, it was a phenomenal final which has ended in the most dramatic of circumstances. And Arc Rovers, despite never leading in the game, have won the cup.
Absolutely incredible, and just what an advertisement for the Cork Business League. Just an incredible final, and I said they didn't lead all game, but they've managed to find a way to win. And just incredible, and fair play to them. They're a great team, it's for a great cause. They're constantly raising money and donating to cancer charities. And yeah, incredible performance from both teams.
This the moment. Cotter's penalty sending Murphy the wrong way. And a moment that will go down in Arc Rovers history. Jack, it's almost funny to say that while they didn't lead at all throughout the game, they are also full value for their victory. They're fantastic side throughout, and just a pulsating contest that almost unfortunately had to have a winner.
But yeah, it's just incredible. The absolute scenes, you know, it's amazing to see how much it means to them. And that's what it's all about. Soaking in moments like that, immortalised forever.
Really gave it their all. Body strewn throughout the game with cramp after a long hard game and a long hard season.
Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of lads kind of limping around there. There'll be definitely a few sore bodies once this adrenaline wears off. But yeah, no, it was real body on the line play from everyone. Ran themselves into the ground. And incredible, it's paid off now, it's worth it.
There is their prize that I'm sure they can't wait to get their hands on, but we'll have to wait for a few moments more as we see the celebrations after Cotter's penalty hit the back of the net.
I've heard of the grapes of wrath, but donned in purple, looking like very much the grapes of joy with those celebrations. And James Moynihan, a huge part of it.
Indeed, 2 crucial goals for Moynihan to bring them back to 2-2 and 3-3. A warrior this evening was James Moynihan, hobbling around for much of the game. We saw him get a cramp, we saw him get 2 cramps, we saw him get 3 cramps, and still he continued on before eventually being subbed off.
There you see it.
Look at that emotion, look at what it means.
Yeah, club founder, club captain, club manager, goalkeeper, penalty hero. Dean Cummins, the man who does it all for Arc.
First penalty save really set the tone for the shootout, and you know, how does that play in the psychology when you have a keeper who saves your first penalty? It sort of ramps up the pressure on subsequent penalty takers for the opposition. And
yeah, it really does give him a huge psychological advantage, and not the first penalty shootout he's won with Arc, and won't be the last. Cotter scored the winner. FAI Connect tried to kill him off. Said he was subbed off at some stage in the second half. But he stayed on.
Roderick Lazarus Cotter. Yeah, Jack, you mentioned it's not the first penalty shootout they won. Won in the first round of this competition. 3-2 against J Baz, the Mick Mooney Cup champions.
Yeah, they're just a huge team with huge mental fortitude. And as you can see, there's a brilliant togetherness in that team. And the team's splitting in half to celebrate with the penalty scorer and the penalty hero keeper.
As we see, James Moynihan, the man of the match, the 2-goal contribution, getting him the MVP awards. Probably the slowest walk up to get one of those awards you'll see.
It was.
It's going to be a long walk back for him, but I'm sure he won't mind.
I think he'll be bringing that man of the match award to physio with him, but well worth it.
As we see our match officials coming forward to get their awards.
Yeah, and great performance from the officials tonight.
That's indeed Damien Morey, the referee, Paul Higgins and Jonathan Harris, the assistant referees. Great that we have the full referee team out for this.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, adds to the sense of occasion and adds to the percentage chance of calls being made correctly. And couldn't fault the officials today. I thought everyone involved had a brilliant game.
Swift come forward to collect their runners-up medals. Jack, it takes two to tango, and they were very ample dance partners tonight for Arc Rovers.
Oh, absolutely incredible. Very worthy finalists, and no one could have batted an eyelid if they ended up being the winning team. Just couldn't be separated. It was the lottery of penalties in the end, really. And it could have gone either way. So there's serious pride for them to take in those runners-up medals. And, you know, they won the league this season, so I'm sure they won't feel too hard done by.
The moment they've waited for, Arc Rovers players coming forward to collect their winners' trophies. Jack, they gave their all throughout this final.
Oh, yeah, gave their all and then some. Just that bounce back ability and never say die attitude. Really, really impressive. And down to a great spirit in that squad. You see Luke Hart, I know him in real life as well. He's best friends with Brian Kelly. He's engaged to Amanda Duggan, and they're expecting twins at the moment. So, not a bad few months for him either. So, lots of joy in that Arc team. It's a huge squad. Every game they have, they bring a huge amount of fans and onlookers. It's a great togetherness, great team spirit.
Very, very cool as you see it there in the back of their tops and the back of their jerseys.
Yeah.
The Cork Arc Cancer Sport House.
Very much the good guys of the CBL. I think Arc, I don't think anyone ever has a bad word to say about them. And the fact that their team is geared towards raising funds for the Cancer Sport House.
The last man up, the captain, Brian Kelly, handed the Jackie O'Driscoll Cup by CBL Secretary Peter Travers. And they are your champions for 2025, Arc Rovers, the Jackie O'Driscoll Premier Division Cup champions.
Just need one moment to utilise it.
We're going to utilise it. What a time it is. That has been our coverage of the 2025 Jackie O'Driscoll Premier Division Cup final. We are back for one final time in the 2024-2025 CBL season. Tomorrow evening it is the Shandon Cup, the second Division Cup final. And it will be ISF Ballyphehane Celtic taking on Sabor Brazil Giants. We hope you'll join us for that one. But for tonight, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you very, very soon. Good night.